and President Donald Trump is in Switzerland, bringing his America First message to the World Economic Forum. Before leaving the White House yesterday, the president told reporters he looks forward to being questioned under oath as part of the ongoing Russia probe. The president also signaled for the very first time that he's open to a path to citizenship for some immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally as children. Police in Adams County, Colorado lined the streets where a deputy died after he was gunned down Wednesday night. A suspect has been taken into custody, but the search continues for two other possible suspects. The shooting marks the second fatal shooting of a deputy in Colorado in 25 days after Douglas County Deputy Zachary Parrish was ambushed on New Year's Eve 2017. The 15-year-old Kentucky boy charged with murdering two classmates is being arraigned today. The Marshall County High School sophomore is also accused of injuring 18 others in the Tuesday shooting spree. Prosecutors want to try the teen as an adult. Embattled Michigan State University President Lou Anna Simon has resigned. The decision came hours after a judge sentenced former MSU and USA Gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar to a maximum of 175 years in prison for sexually abusing young gymnasts in his care. Many of Nassar's victims say MSU officials failed to respond to reports of the abuse. Closer to home, a newly hired Shepherd High School teacher is now off the job after school leaders discovered allegations of sexual misconduct. Those complaints were made against Chris Mattingly when he was a teacher at Lake Stevens High School in Washington State. Those allegations include inappropriate behavior with Mattingly's then current and former students, as well as viewing pornography on his school computer. Mattingly resigned from that district in 2016 and came to work at Shepherd this past August. Mattingly was teaching physical education in Shepherd up until earlier this month when he was placed on leave. Shepherd Superintendent Scott Carter told Q2 he didn't know about the allegations when he offered Mattingly a contract. Carter said Mattingly never mentioned his resignation, but only stated on his resume that he worked at the Washington High School through June of 2016. Carter admits he reviewed a reference letter and ran a background check, but never called Mattingly's former employer. When Carter learned about the allegations earlier this month, he placed Mattingly on leave, told him to pack his belongings and leave. A Billings man will spend more than a decade in federal prison for trafficking a large amount of methamphetamine to Billings. 46-year-old Michael Chapman was sentenced Wednesday in U.S. District Court in Billings to 11 years in prison for one felony drug charge. The Drug Task Force received a tip in 2016 that Chapman was responsible for the distribution of several pounds of meth. Chapman received the drug from a man in Utah and distributed it to other sellers in the Billings area. After his arrest, Chapman admitted he obtained about 6 pounds of meth to sell between October of 2015 and April of 2016. A gun manufacturing company that recently celebrated its 70th anniversary in business will soon move to Sheridan, Wyoming. Weatherby Rifles, Inc., now based in California, made the announcement this week. Weatherby's president said the company is moving because of lower taxes, and in Wyoming, they can manufacture guns that could not be made in California. Ed Weatherby and his son Adam gave Governor Matt Mead a special 70th anniversary Weatherby firearm at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas. The Weatherbys met with Mead at the show last year. The governor's office says the move will bring 70 to 90 jobs to Sheridan. Weatherby will lease a 100,000 square foot building in the Sheridan High-Tech Business Park.
The state of Wyoming is going to be the place where we're going to grow and thrive and flourish. And that years from now, just like many of you have known my dad and my granddad and so forth and have known Weatherby, that we're going to be in existence, not merely in existence, but growing and thriving.
When I've talked to the people of Sheridan that you've been interacting with, they not only got it that it was great for our economy, they got it because you are a great, great family business. And I think about firearms. It's uniquely American to build wonderful rifles.
Weatherby started near Los Angeles in 1945 and is the third gun company to relocate to Wyoming. Magpul Industries is in Overland and High-Vis Shooting Systems is in Laramie. In other news, insurance agents and security professionals gathered in Billings to learn about cybersecurity and the risk it poses to Montana businesses. State Auditor Matt Rosendale hosted the Montana Cybersecurity Summit on Wednesday. A few keystrokes in a computer program can be the difference between success and corruption. Among the presenters was a professional hacker who is paid to find security weaknesses in existing business systems.
Today's security landscape, being secure is very important, and there's a little that you can do that goes a long, long way. So not using the same password for every website, using a password manager is an incredible help. And then checking your credit rating, making sure that people aren't opening credit cards in your name is a lot of bang for your buck.
The scale of cybersecurity breaches can involve only a few people, or in last year's case, 367,000 Montanans were affected by Equifax's data breach. And last, a Billings coffee shop is getting some national recognition and is named the most beautiful coffee shop in the state. Magazine Architectural Digest features Moab Coffee House downtown as Montana's top coffee shop based on its beauty. The article focuses on shops that reflect the character of their communities. For Moab, the author writes, filled with natural sunlight, those beams of light bouncing off exposed brick walls. This spacious cafe is also full of surprises, like the motorcycle parked within and an antique coffee roaster on display. Architectural Digest is a monthly magazine that highlights innovative homes, inspiring decorating ideas, culture, and travel.